let me first touch on the relation amongst companies and citizens. This relation is based on two themes, work and consumption. This will give us context to understand the rest. 42% of Spanish citizens have a non-friendly relationship with work.
Okay, where's the 42% on the screen? Okay.
Here, okay?
Yeah.
It's still. So,
okay, yes,
of
carry on.
that 42%, 16% are economically independent but not satisfied.
Independent.
Are economically.
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 Yes, I'll write it for you.
Economically. Please. Are economically. Economically.
Carry on.
Independent but not satisfied with their job. 60% work but they are not economically independent. And 10% are unemployed.
Keep going.
If we speak about consumption, the citizen consumer, is that all right? Citizen consumer? I mean, I want to say,
okay.
The citizen consumer identifies. With Z at the end, no? Identifies.
Mm-hmm.
Independent, no? Independent.
We'll do it after. You keep going.
Identifies.
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 Now listen.
Accent.
Identifies.
That's it. Identifies behaviors that push them towards consumption when they detected them in a credible manner. They are shared principles amongst companies and citizens. We decided then to dig into which were these.
Dig into.
To dig into.
No, you're splitting your.
To dig into.
That's it. You can't split your phrasal verb.
To dig into these behaviors.
These behaviors or this behavior? Which one?
No, a lot of them. No,
this or these?
These.
Mm-hmm.
These. Can you write behavior for me, please?
Yeah. Keep going.
Identifies. Yeah. Tell me how your workers feel, and I'll tell you who you are. This was our first learning. Learning? You accept it or not really? Because it's a word that we say in marketing, but I don't know if...
Okay.
Yeah? It's understandable anyway, no?
Mm-hmm.
This was our first learning. Work dignity was by far the most relevant behavior or principle to become truly attractive or interesting as a company. 86% of the 2,500 Spanish consumers thought that respecting work dignity was the most important. Well, I just repeated that.
The most important, you need an object.
The most important thing. Which is the role that citizens are expecting from companies? Which are the role that citizens are expecting from companies in society?
Which are or which is?
Which is the role? Which is the role that citizens are expecting from companies in society? That would be right, no?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Before the crisis.
Crisis.
Before the crisis. Crisis.
How many?
How many what? Crisis.
Yes, how many?
The first in,
Is it singular or plural?
No, it's singular. Before the crisis.
Okay, so crisis and crises.
Crisis would be plural, no?
Yes.
Crisis.
No.
Crisis.
Listen, crisis.
With S?
Listen, crisis.
Red.
Listen, crisis.
S.
Crises.
That's longer, but it's longer on a Z, no?
Correct. Crisis, crises. Carry on.
So, mine is crisis. Crisis. During the crisis...
Which, is it singular or
S
plural?
and Z, singular.
Crisis.
with S.
Mm-hmm.
Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Before the crisis, let me take this. Which is the role that citizens are expecting from companies in society?
Okay, which? When do you use which?
What? What is the role between two?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which are the two?
What's the role that citizens are expected? What's the role that citizens expect from companies in society? Before the crisis,
Crisis.
crisis with
Crisis.
it's with S at the end.
You tell me.
Again.
You tell me.
Yeah.
Crisis.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. Because it
Crisis.
sounds a bit like you're vibrating it, which makes it sound like it's plural.
Yeah,
Different,
crisis.
various crises.
Yeah, crisis or crisis.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Which is the role that citizens expect from companies in society? Before the crisis, the company's role was to generate satisfactory consumer experiences. During the crisis, the role was giving work to bring back our economy. Now, the role of the companies is to provide work dignity in an environment where people can develop their talent.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I just made it up because... So, our second learning was coherence, was the need for coherence. Coherence was the need for coherence.
Mm-hmm. I'll write it afterwards.
Coherence between what's said and done is now more important than ever. This coherence is reflected into three qualities.
Coherence between what? Repeat
The
it.
coherence between what is said and what is done.
That's it. I understand it better when you don't make that contraction.
Is now more important. This coherence is reflected into three qualities which do not...
Reflected?
Is reflected into three...
Into.
Yeah. Into no. It's reflected...
In.
I mean this. In. Three... Like three facts.
In.
In three facts.
Something is reflected in a mirror.
Yeah.
Into is if it's a hole you go through. You go into the room. But in a mirror, you can't go into the mirror where it's difficult.
Yeah. So in.
It's flat.
Is reflected in three facts which do not require any investments. The first one is... The first one is...
Mm-hmm.
The first one is...
That is an E, like that. It's not the E, it's an E.
The first one is...
No, E, as in impossible.
Impossible.
As in is. No, it's not an O, it's an E, as in...
Impossible.
That's it.
Is.
Because you wrote an E,
Yeah.
which is the Spanish one, that's an is.
Yeah, can you... Well, now we practice a bit this, because that's for me a bit difficult sometimes. This E and the E.
E and E.
Again?
E and E.
E is the last one. Is
E,
the
no,
first
no, E, impossible.
Impossible.
No, you're saying
No.
Like
Impossible.
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 That's it. Impossible.
Impossible. It's
You
long.
got it.
But
No,
as
it's
well,
short.
It's short, no. It's short, but it's like tell me another word. Tell me more words like this. In.
Into.
Into. Impossible. How do you put your mouth?
Because the other one is E.
Impossible.
Impossible. It's higher and lighter.
Impossible.
Impossible. No, Impossible.
Impossible.
That's it. Not
Impossible.
team.
Impossible.
No. Team. Mission impossible.
Mission impossible.
Shorter. Mission impossible.
Mission impossible.
Together?
Mission impossible.
That's it.
This coherence is reflected into 3 facts.
No.
No.
You can't really reflect into something because the mirror's flat. Think about your...
Yeah. The coherence is reflected in 3 facts, which do not require any investments.
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 That's it.
Investments.
And the last syllable is?
Z. No, it's TS. Investments.
The last syllable I'm referring to, the vowel.
Investments. Schwa.
Yes. So it's not stressed, but it's the schwa. Investments.
Investments.
That's it.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's very helpful for me
Keep going.
later.
Keep going.
First, in 3 facts. First, a company that keeps its word. This is a mistake. Or companies that keep their word. No, I need to change this. I'm realizing that there is a mistake. A company that does what it says it will do. Second, a company that recognizes and fixes their mistakes. Finally, a company that never does misleading advertising. Yeah. So here it comes our third learning. Necessary conditions are not enough to be truly attractive.
Attractive.
Attractive are not enough.
Attractive.
To be attractive.
Where's the stress? Attractive.
Attractive. It's an exception, no?
Yes.
Attractive.
Yes.
I could say sufficient.
Because I think
sufficient.
because it's from the verb attract, and the adjective says the same as the verb attractive. So it's the same as the verb, which normal verb is second, and that's attract. Attractive.
Yeah. I would say something like bread and water is not enough to be happy.
You can be happy with bread and water.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if I give you bread and water, that is enough to keep you alive, but not to make you happy.
But maybe other things are more important.
That's why. Yeah, well, but if you don't have, what I want to say is, if you don't have anything, I mean, if you don't have the basic.
Basic.
If you don't have the basic, you cannot appreciate more important things, maybe, because you don't have the basic. You know, if you don't have food and water to survive, don't speak me about Giorgio Armani dress. Yeah, no, you know what I mean?
Some people do.
No. Yeah, well, but
A lot of people do.
yeah.
Mm.
But do you understand this in this context?
So repeat the sentence again.
The necessary conditions are not enough to be truly attractive.
Attractive.
Attractive are not enough to be attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I could say, this. It's like it was something like bread and water are not enough to be happy. Something like that. You don't understand?
No, because you can be happy if you have bread and water, and you have other things that make you happy, like people or whatever. You're relaxed and you have friends. You can be happy with bread and water.
What I mean is, if you don't have anything, I mean, I don't know, to somebody in the street who has, imagine a person in the
Somebody
street,
or someone.
Someone.
Not a person.
Someone in the street that doesn't have the possibility of eating
But here you're saying
every day.
But here you're saying they have bread and water.
What I mean is, let me
But if you
explain
don't
it
have
to
the bread and water, then you can't be happy.
No, what I mean is, let me explain you the meaning. And what I mean is, like, some things that big companies do that for them are so important, like
Important.
That's
it, because the last syllable is?
Sure.
Correct.
Important. Like supporting solidary projects or paid internship for young people. Supports solidary, no? Solidary.
Just 1 second.
I think all this should be in infinitive, no? Recognizing and fixing.
Solidary.
How?
I'm
Solidary.
I'm not sure I understand the word solidary.
No? I mean, like, it means like NGO or something like that.
Okay.
It
Solidary.
means NGOs, things like those.
Okay, it's just me being ignorant.
Yeah.
That's the word.
How do you pronounce it again?
That's American.
Solidary.
He's saying he's not making an illusion. Solidary. 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 I'm making an illusion. No, I'm making an illusion. Solidary.
Solidary.
That's it. And
Solidary.
he's not. He's
Yeah.
saying solidary.
No.
And I'm saying solidary.
Solidary.
Correct. For me.
Here, maybe I need to change everything like to infinitive, no? Keeping their work, recognizing and fixing the mistakes, no?
I don't
Paying
know.
or
Up to you.
no, it doesn't. It's
What I don't understand is this.
yeah.
Are you saying that people
Yeah.
that can't be happy with bread and water, or can't
No,
be happy
one second. Let me explain you and
if
then
they
you
don't
define.
have bread and water?
What I mean is,
Keep
no,
your voice down.
what I mean is, sometimes big companies do things that they think are the most relevant for people in CSR and sustainability, like supporting solidary projects and paid internships for young people. This is okay, but it's not enough to be truly attractive. Internships, paid internships for young people.
Where's the stress?
The second one,
Yes.
because you have the and the is like a bit, no? Like something, no?
Hmm.
Internships.
So if I put this comma, what does it mean?
Internships, that the accent is here, just following the comma.
Correct.
Yeah. So paid internships for young people. So what I mean is, this is okay. I mean, you need to do that, yes, but that's not enough to be really attractive and really, you know what I mean. So what the necessary conditions are not enough to be truly attractive. And what I mean is, if I pick up a guy from the street, okay, and I give him bread and water, he's going to eat that day, but he's not going to be happy. What I mean is, that's necessary, but it's not enough for having a life and for being happy with yourself, no? Because he needs all the things. He needs a home. He needs to eat something else that is not water and bread, and you know what I mean? That's what I mean.
The Romans
Yeah.
had a very good marketing system with their plebeians, the poor people.
Yeah.
So the Roman emperors would ensure that everybody had bread and water.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah, that's
aqueducts,
true.
and they gave them all bread.
Mm.
That way, nobody
They
tried
will
to kill
calm
them.
down. Yeah.
They would calm down. They also gave them free gladiators
Yeah.
shows and prostitution tents in the
Yeah.
gladiator show,
Yeah.
bread and water, and
And
they're
that's
happy.
it, no?
They see people
And they
kill
were
each other,
happy, no?
they have sex.
Okay,
they-
I take it out. Don't worry.
So they keep
it's not
the-
that important.
Also, Franco knew about this, and he made sure that everybody could always eat. That way they don't kill him. If you get everybody eating,
Yeah.
they got bread, they got water, maybe they would prefer some steak, but if they got bread and water, they're happy, and they'll not kill you.
Yeah. Well, I take this out in the
Yeah, I just don't understand that,
Yeah,
because so many dictators, like the Romans or Franco, have... The problem in North Korea is they don't have the bread and water, they're eating grass.
I understand. Okay, so necessary conditions are not enough to be truly attractive. To be truly attractive. paid internship for young people. One second. So supporting solidary projects and paid internship for young people are liked or are
Bring your voice down. Put your headphones on so you can hear yourself more.
are liked.
Bring your voice down.
So around 50% of the Spanish population found supporting solidarity projects and paid internships for young people attractive, but definitely these two items are not on the top.
Okay. Just 1 second. So we have minute, economically, independent.
1 second. This is long, no? Economically.
That's because it's got 2 dots, yes. Independent. But you don't stress it. Independent. Identifies. Behavior. Behavior. Crisis. Crises. Coherence. Is. As.
Where?
Not as.
As.
As. Investments.
As is as, no? As.
As.
Same,
Yes. It's the same. That is a, very similar to Kanya, plus Z. So is and as. Investments. Attractive. Basic. Basic fit. Solitary. Don't say a T, that sounds like solitary confinement in a prison. Solitary. That's it. Internships.
Internships.
Correct.